What is up, guys? Pedro here with Temple Gunworks, coming back with another video. Let's talk about if the Springfield Prodigy is as bad as people say they are. Right off the jump, let's just talk about the Prodigy and kind of what's been done to it. This is a all-stock internal Springfield 4¼ inch Prodigy. It has the Atlas thumb safeties, which I absolutely fucking hate. Every time I shoot this thing, I have big hands. I end up engaging it. So I don't know if it's a training issue or a thumb safety issue. Regardless, these things are coming off tonight. Cannot stand them. We have the big boy 507 comp up top, as you can hopefully see there. In my personal opinion, the best optic on the market, from price point to window size to quality that you can get. Shout out to Hollison. If you want to sponsor the video or send me some goodies for us to test here at the shop, I would love that. And then most importantly, I'm not biased at all, but our K9 port package, they're absolutely filthy, so please disregard. I just happen to shoot the living shit out of this thing because it's my favorite gun to shoot. So they're dirty, you know? It's okay. Let's move on. So, a lot of bad talk in comments, Facebook groups, Instagram, good old Reddit about the Springfield Prodigy. About how they're not good, they're not reliable, they don't run, they're cheap, they use mem parts, blah, blah, blah. A lot of cope from the Staccato fanboys, because you can get a just as good Staccato C2 or P, right? It's in the middle there somewhere, for a third of the money or half the money, right? But if I went out and spent $2,500 and someone bought a just as good 2011 for $1,300, I would be pretty pissed myself. So let's just jump right into it. Are the Springfield Prodigies a terrible 2011? Yes and no, because it's hit or miss, if we're being honest. This is actually my second Springfield Prodigy. My second 4¼ inch to be specific. I had one about a year ago, year and a half. If you go through my channel, make sure you subscribe first. There's a video that I did that I bought one, it didn't cycle. I didn't want to go through the hassle of dealing with it, so I sold it. And obviously, we're back at the Prodigy, so it can't be that bad. There are some people who have reliability issues with the disconnector, hanging up somewhere. So far on this Prodigy, it's been absolutely butter. Absolutely zero issues. On the first Prodigy that I had, it wouldn't go into battery, and the disconnector felt like Mount Everest as a roadblock. When the slide was trying to cycle, it felt like I was trying to take a jump over the goddamn galaxy because it just wouldn't go into battery. It was absolutely infuriating, hence why I sold it. But again, sometime later, we do ports, we do a lot of custom stuff. I wanted to break into the 2011 world of things. I wasn't going to go out and buy a Staccato and then chop a hole into it, so we ended up getting this thing. $1,200, worst case, we buy a new barrel, $200, end of story, it's okay. I'll be honest, I think it's one of the best 2011s on the market. For the price point, for what you get. Does it use mem parts? Yes, it does. Can people outrun a Prodigy? Not really. I know dudes that shoot at a master, almost grandmaster level, and they run Prodigies, and they have a hard time outrunning a cheap 2011 like the Springfield Prodigy. Are there things you can do to it to improve it? Of course, just like any gun, you can put an ignition kit, a lighter guide rod spring, a new trigger, a mag well. There's a bunch you can do to it. But for $1,200, I don't think there's a better gun on the market for the money. Some people will say that the Shadow Compact 2 comes close, and that is debatable. However, I think 2011s shoot flatter and more consistent and are easier to shoot than a Shadow Compact. That's just my opinion. So I'm right, you're wrong. When you compare it to a Staccato that runs $2,200, $2,400, I have a CS that I carry every single day. The Prodigy itself, being such a budget option and actually being super reliable if you get a good one, they're actually hard to beat, man. You can, again, $200, you can dump $1,000 into them with parts and be at the same price point as a C2 or a Staccato P, whatever you can kind of find online. And it'll out-fucking run that thing 10 out of 10 times. You go out and put some ports, like some of what we do here, our K9, which is 9 holes up top, and this thing will shoot flatter than your mom's ass. It's a reality. So far, what's been my experience? I've put about probably 2,000 to 3,000 rounds at this point after we purchased it for the shop, like I mentioned. We ported it, I run it at USPSA matches, I run it at IDPA matches, I carried it for a little while. and I've really had no issues. At least not with the gun itself. I did, however, have issues with one of the magazines that came with it. So that thing got chucked into the abyss. I had multiple failure to feeds and double feeding with that magazine. Swapped over to one of my Atlas mags. No issues anymore. So that magazine is somewhere on planet Earth because I fucking threw it into the forest. That's actually not true. I'm being facetious. It's actually in a dumpster somewhere probably. So aside from magazines, and if you don't have, like I said, Mount Everest built into the slide with that actual disconnector hump, the Prodigy is actually a really good gun, man. For the butt, again, I'm being very repetitive, but for the price point, what you get compared to other 2011s on the market, like you can put this thing up to an Apollo 11. I would take this over that any day of the week. Even though that one is a little bit cheaper, the Apollo 11 is limited to subcompact optics, like the RMSC footprint, 407K, 507K EPS carry. So it feels very counterintuitive to run a full-size 2011, but then be stuck with a subcompact optic. I want the biggest window ever. I want a Tesla windshield, if I can, on top of this thing. Give me a pair of Apple VR glasses and I'll shoot the hell out of that thing too, you know? I want glass. A lot of glass. You can put this thing up against like a T-Sauce or one of the, what's the other one? The Gerson? I forget. One of the other budget 2011s, the Mac 19, Mac 1911, Mac D, who the fuck knows? The other budget options, I would take this 10 times out of 10 over those options, over those manufacturers, just cause. Again, I'm right, you're wrong, deal with it, it's okay. Let me know what you guys think. That's all I really got for you. Have you owned a Springfield? Have you had issues? Have you not had issues? Let's debate down in the comments below. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions or concerns or would like to get some stuff ported, they're absolutely filthy, but you can kind of tell there. That's totally cool. There's 9 holes. Again, flat, looks like a dead person's heartbeat line. The little beep, you know. Anyways, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Bash me. Talk about my receding hairline. Let's have a conversation. Talk to you later. Peace.